The 8-round fight, streamed live on Netflix, was a mix of anticipation and disbelief. Fans tuned in to see how Tyson, at 58 years old,
We're out there saying we think Mike's too old for this fight. Tell him what you think about that.
If you think I'm too old for this fight, you need to come tell me in my face.
would handle Jake Paul, who is 31 years younger and in his physical prime. From the first bell, it was clear that Tyson was struggling. His legendary movement and power seemed diminished, and as the rounds went on, Paul took control. While Paul was hesitant to inflict too much damage on Tyson, the younger fighter's stamina and precision were enough to secure a decisive victory. The judges scored the fight 80-72, 79-73, and 79-73 in favor of Jake Paul. It wasn't just a win, it was a dominant performance that left fans questioning whether Tyson should have been in the ring at all. For hardcore Tyson fans, this loss was heartbreaking. Tyson's first exit from boxing years ago was already bittersweet, but this second return has proven to be even more painful. Watching a legend like Tyson struggle in the ring against a fighter with a fraction of his experience was difficult for many to witness. Social media lit up with reactions, with fans expressing regret about watching the fight.
Trevante Davis just posted that he would beat the brakes off of you if you guys fight.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be down. Let's run it. Like, I'll be super, super down. I don't know if
Trevante needs Jake Paul. Let's be clear, right?
is there a height limit in boxing?
I feel as though he's still a clown because that's his personality. He's still a clown.
Comments poured in about how the undercard fights were more exciting than the main event. For Tyson fans, this was not the farewell they wanted for their hero. A loss to a YouTuber was the ultimate blow to a legendary career. While Tyson managed to keep it together during his in-ring interview, his emotions caught up with him during the post-fight press conference. When asked how he felt, Tyson's response was disheartening. "I feel sore. I feel really sore. I tried to win, but it just didn't work out. It didn't go the way I expected." At one point, Tyson broke down into tears, admitting that he didn't know what the future held for him. For fans who have followed Tyson's career and know the struggles he's faced outside the ring, this was a raw and vulnerable moment. Seeing the once dominant, baddest man on the planet reduced to tears was a stark reminder of how much this fight meant to him and how much he had. During the press conference, Tyson was asked about rumors of a leg injury that might have affected his performance. Tyson admitted to having an injury but refused to use it as an excuse. "Yes, I had an injury, but I can't use that as an excuse," he said. This admission added another layer to the fight's narrative, as it's clear that Tyson wasn't operating at 100%. He also made a comment about his habit of biting his gloves, a nervous tic that fans have noticed before. It was another sign that Tyson's time in the ring might be coming to an end, as even his body language reflected the weight of his years and experiences. Jake Paul, for his part, was respectful in victory. "He's the greatest to ever do it," Paul said. "He's an icon, and it's an honor to fight him." While some fans criticized Paul for taking the fight in the first place, his comments showed that he understood the magnitude of sharing the ring with a legend like Tyson. Paul admitted that he wasn't surprised the fight went the distance, saying, "I knew he was a good fighter." This respectful tone was a stark contrast to the bravado Paul usually displays, and it added a sense of gravity to the event. Even in victory, Paul seemed to recognize that this fight was about more than just winning. It was about legacy. One of the most surprising moments from the post-fight press conference was Tyson's suggestion that he might return to the ring again.
Could I ask, do you want to do this again, or are you officially done now?
I don't know. It depends on the situation.
Who comes to mind?
Well, I don't know. Maybe brother.
You want to fight Logan? Logan might be next.
Motherfucker, I'll kill you, Mike.
No.
It is on then.
Just don't step on his toes.
Despite the loss, Tyson floated the idea of facing Jake's brother, Logan Paul, in a future bout. This revelation left fans divided. Should Tyson really keep fighting, or is it time for him to hang up the gloves for good? Critics argue that Tyson has nothing left to prove. He's a Hall of Famer, a cultural icon, and a man who has overcome immense personal struggles. But Tyson's own words suggest that he's not ready to say goodbye to the sport he loves. For better or worse, it seems that Tyson's story in boxing might not be over just yet. This fight was more than just a match between two fighters. It was a clash of eras, styles, and narratives. For Tyson, it was a chance to recapture some of the magic that made him a legend. For Paul, it was an opportunity to prove that he belongs in the boxing world. But for the sport of boxing as a whole, it was a moment of reflection. Many fans and analysts are questioning whether these kinds of fights, where legends face younger, less experienced opponents, are good for boxing. On one hand, they bring in massive audiences and introduce new fans to the sport. On the other hand, they risk overshadowing the skill and artistry that define boxing at its best. This fight has sparked a debate that's likely to continue for years to come. The reaction to Tyson's loss has been intense, with fans and critics flooding social media with their opinions. Many expressed sadness at seeing Tyson struggle, while others praised Paul for his performance. The fight has also reignited discussions about age, legacy, and the fine line between entertainment and competition in combat sports.